Southern Vangard Radio. This is DJ John Doe, and to the right of me is my man.
Oh yeah, all white chino. Boy got that cocaine on tonight. What's up, homie? Hey man, what the fuck Satchel doing with a necktie on, man? He got a job interview tomorrow. Fuck.
So he got a bath, right? And usually they just put this cheap little, like, because that motherfucker stinks, after a while, right? So usually they just put this cheap ass, like, cloth neckerchief thing around him. I don't know. The people that usually at times when we have to board him when we go out of town.
Yeah.
So we just get a bath when he has to be boarded.
Yeah.
So they got some new shit now, I guess, and it's the tie, dude. And everybody that's seen this damn dog has commented on that fucking tie, man.
Just fucked me up. I was like,
the real problem is that dog's fucked up right now because he has gotten into this thing where he is dumping his food and his water over. Still. He started to do it with other people. At first, my wife thought that it was just because, like, when I would go out of town for work and I'd come back, she thought that it was, somehow related to that, but now he's doing it for everybody.
I told you, man, you gotta give him the black people treatment, man. Tie him up to the tree in the backyard and leave him the fuck out there. I bet he act right then. About 2-3 weeks of that.
Yeah, he'd be straight.
Hell yeah.
Exactly. So, man, he's got a little tie on and shit, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
Shit.
Back in the saddle this week, though.
You know what it is.
All right. You did stroll in an all white. I mean, if to our faithful listeners, if What's you could up? See fucking Meeks right now, I mean, the white the white Dochino shirt, which I've never actually seen. Man. Is that new?
Nah, it was tucked away, man. I did some rearranging in the closet, came up on some gems.
All right, so I mean, literally
I ain't
in
trying
all
to
white.
flex or nothing like that, man. But it's just, it's just that Dochino shit, man. You know how we do it, man. It's stanky. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I love it, man. All right, well, we're back in the saddle this week. To our faithful listeners last week, due to unforeseen circumstances, we couldn't get it together. But we back and it's summertime.
Yeah,
and it's full throttle from here on out. So,
this is what
how was your
we're
weekend,
doing.
Bro?
Man, shouts out to DJ Pocket, man. He almost fucked my whole shit up.
Oh, this is a good story.
Got me smoking big Cuban cigars in 90+ degree heat, and the God body couldn't handle it, man. It took me damn near 2 days to recoup. What you see right now is a mere shell of my former self trying to come back from the Cuban cigar smoke, man.
I don't understand. Like, I don't know DJ Pocket to smoke cigars regularly.
I don't either, but you can't.
Did he run up on something or like, I don't understand.
I think he came up like somebody hooked him up. You can't turn down a good Cuban, man. And they were smoking lovely. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So it wasn't all bad.
Yeah, it was all bad.
It was just the post.
Man, it was all bad, son.
From beginning to end.
Yeah, I blacked out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
Were you drinking too?
Yeah, well, okay. I was not crazy, though. Not crazy.
Right,
I was drinking mostly water. He came through with a bottle of Jefferson's, too, man. Like,
oh, okay. So y'all weren't on some chump shit.
Nah, it wasn't like that, but my body was like, yo, what you doing? Like,
forget it.
What are you doing?
So this was Saturday?
Yeah, this was Saturday.
And you've been shut down the whole weekend.
Yeah, I was out of it, dude.
God damn.
Out of it.
All right.
Out of it. But I'm good. I'm here now. I'm good,
straight,
man.
right.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You know what I'm saying?
All
you
right.
can't keep the guard down.
All right.
For too long. You know what I mean?
All right. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
You're to the right of me tonight.
I'm in front of you.
Well, in front of me and to the right. Usually if we
When
have
you
somebody on the
turn,
phone
I'm
to the left. Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Whatever.
But whatever. But that means we got some in-studio guests tonight. But before we introduce these gentlemen, this is Southern Vangard Radio. We drop twice a week. If you've never heard of us before, then welcome. If you're a faithful listener, longtime listener, then you know what the deal is. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we drop a new mix show and a new interview. So Tuesdays are just the latest and greatest hip hop. Meeks and I, cutting up, fucking around, drinking beer and bourbon, and acting like we're 13 years old. And like when that new music drops, I mean, good God, I mean, if you ever see one of those videos on any of the social media platforms, man, you see us in here just acting
that's
like
real shit.
It's real.
Yeah.
So that's on Tuesdays. And then on Thursdays, we have an interview session with an MC or DJ or producer, or someone that's involved with this hip hop shit that we love and we care so much about. So, not last week, but the week prior to that, who did we have on the
CMNY?
Week prior? That's right. CMNY, Classic Material. What up to Carlos?
What up, Carlos?
There's just a plethora of interviews. There's what I say we're up to now, 160 some odd interviews, something like that.
Something like that.
And then this is 208. Mix show that's going to drop this week.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of material if you've never been into it. So
ton of material. Make
sure you follow on SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, YouTube. Subscribe to the channel there, and then we have some affiliates as well, right, Meeks?
Yep. ATLHipHop.com, IamClassicRawRadio.net, Return to the BoomBap, WRBB. X Squad Radio, X Squad affiliates, all those here in Atlanta, and then we go out to the West Coast with Soul Public Radio.
All right. Yeah. Beautiful. All right. So without any further ado, we're just going to cut, straight to it. We were supposed to have these guys in studio last week. Yeah. It did not work out. They actually managed to hit Atlanta radio though last week anyway.
They did.
Peace to Randall Moore and Technics Radio.
Crew. Yeah.
But we've been playing these guys' music for quite some time.
Definitely.
MC and producer combo here. Without any further ado, the one and only Primo Jab and GodBlessBeatz.
What up, fellas?
Yo.
In the house.
What up?
Honored to be here with you fellas.
Came in with their own bottles. One was empty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't like to show up empty-handed, bro.
Yeah, just empty bottles. I got it. What was that?
Little Jack.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's acceptable in here.
Yeah,
That's acceptable in here. That's what's up.
Honored to be here with y'all fellas, though.
Man, we honored to have y'all, man. Welcome.
Yeah,
so we ran into you guys the first time at the A3C showcase.
Yep.
Last fall, right?
Yeah, with the one with I think it was like Razkaz was there.
Yeah, and right? Bumpy and all that shit.
J-Mo Gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it was the J-Mo Gang show. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yep. And you played Pokey that night.
That's right. That's
right.
That's right.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Much love for that, man.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the gang.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep. But yeah, man, you guys are fresh off releasing a new record right now.
Yes, sir.
So we want to get all the history, and I know there's a good bit of it. But why don't we just level set with everyone on what's going on right now, and then we can maybe backtrack a little bit.
Pedro,
talk about how you guys got together.
Man, shoot, Puro, man, that's pure. That's that Pedro, man. I mean, how we got together, man. I mean, we family. This is my cousin. We found out we were cousins a long time ago, and just kind of been running together ever since, man. We got the same vision of trying to make the illest shit possible, so. We're dedicated to it.
Gotcha.
That's it. That's the plan.
Gotcha. Okay. So this is Primo Jab. So for the listeners, right?
Yes, sir. This is Primo Jab right now.
All right. GodBlessBeatz.
Yes, sir. Bless.
Yes, sir.
Bless. You produced the whole EP, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Bless, you go by Bless or like what?
Yeah, I mean everybody call me Bless. Like,
they do.
You
okay.
see me
all
on
right.
the street,
okay. Cool.
But on the track to GodBlessBeatz.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha. I just want to make sure listeners understand, like, who's who when they're on the mic.
Yeah, man.
But, all right. So Pedro's a new record. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. Shoot, about 2 months ago, about a month ago at this point, we put out Pedro, 7-8 songs, just a celebration of our adventures in awesomeness down in Dominican Republic, man. That's kind of what the theme of the album was, man. We're enamored by that place. It treats us great. It gives us strength. It's a magical wonderland of scum and debauchery that keeps our heart pumping. So, we translated it to sound, and that's what it is.
And the actual strip where we, used to be a little secret, like, fucking Atlantis or some shit, but it's been exposed or whatever. But the main strip is Pedro Crescente.
Okay.
Ave, Pedro Crescente Ave. That's the strip where everything, all the clubs and the bars and all the the nice,
good loitering,
the nice people be.
Yep.
So we just call we were about to call it Pedro Crescente Ave or whatever, and he was like, "Nah, just call it Pedro. Let's keep it real discreet."
Yeah.
And then if you check the vibe of the album, I mean, we always try to keep it dirty and slimy, but this was a little bit more tropical scum, like a little
a little cleaner than usual.
Yeah, well, just like like just the
breezy.
Trying to get a little more jazz elements into that one.
Yeah.
Different flavor.
I get that.
Like sometimes you get kind of dark and just trying to make kind of eerie type of shit.
Yeah.
And then this one was a little bit more jazz. I want to say than usual because I got a history of going to the jazz a lot, but
absolutely
this shit would the feel of it is supposed to be like you on a slimy vacation, you know what I'm saying?
Slimy vacation.
It's always slime.
The terminology.
When are we going? That's the question. When are we going with these guys?
It's 100% slime.
We got to go with them first. It's
always going to be slime.
Exactly.
Yeah, I promise.
You got to ride with us.
It's always going to be slime.
Question on that.
Mando Torre.
But it's like you said, it's where we go to recharge after a long year of grinding, and we make sure that we grind or we don't go out there. So it's symbolic of
y'all got people there? Y'all got family there?
We do have people out there. We don't have family there.
But
not that we know of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
But it's a really nice place. Yeah.
Yeah, man. No,
how'd you guys get into going to the DR though? You just went one time?
Some random cats from
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee cats that we knew just went out there. We just randomly went out there like 2 months after that, and then we've been going every year.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
It's a place of rewards.
Yeah, man.
Dope.
We got down there, got hooked up with the right people, man, and they just showed us love every time we've been going down there, man. And yeah, man.
All right.
So you guys don't record down there though?
No.
Well, we did 2 songs.
We come up with
down
ideas.
there. Pre-pro stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Maybe record something down there and then re-record it when we get out here.
Yeah, and definitely vibe and come up with concepts and everything. Like it's really just straight up just a vacation vibe. You know what I mean? We go down there. I mean, we'll be thinking ahead, but it's really just like Bless was saying, man. It's like if we don't grind, we can't get down there. You know what I mean? It's not something where it's just, we going. No, that's a goal that we set for ourselves after we
do
hit
the work
X, Y, exactly.
And
then you can go.
I would say the last 5 years at least, we don't go out there until after a project come out there too. So it's kind of like it's definitely a reward one way or the other.
Okay, got you.
And it's a motivation to just keep doing your thing.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's dope. Nice. It's kind of like a cyclical thing. Like,
we from a place where a lot of people don't go from one side of town to the other.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So, he'll talk that shit on there. What you say? 30 passport stamps. You got a
30-mile limit.
100. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real.
That's real talk.
Yeah. Some people just don't get around.
Right.
And that,
for one reason or another.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
And that shit,
you're missing out. You need to travel, man. Travel is essential to life.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer in it. It does something to you. It enlightens you. It helps you know.
Can't be around the same motherfuckers the whole
time.
You
know different perspectives when you get out and about. You're not going to be believing everything you're seeing on MSNBC or on Fox as just the only things you're going to see. Mm-hmm. You start traveling, you go to wherever it is. You don't even got to go across seas. You can go from here to Iowa, and you can see the difference that you ain't going to learn about. Yeah,
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Go to Montana, go to anywhere in the States, you're going to see differences. So
get out there.
Yeah, travel, man. Travel. Move around, man.
So again, Bless produced the whole thing.
Absolutely.
Features from Estee.
Yep.
Estee Nack.
Yeah.
Super Nick Nack Nuggets.
Knack Jab, man. The Jab Knack,
man.
Yep.
He went
Flea
crazy.
Lord. Peace to the Lord. What's
Lordy.
up, Flea Lord?
That's the Brody right there. That's the Brody right there.
We done locked in with that brother. We big fans of him as well. So that's a good dude right there. A Flip.
Yes,
is
sir.
on that joint. Y'all on all digital platforms. Like, how's it been? How's it been received?
Man, very well.
Okay.
Very well. Surprisingly so. I mean, not to say it like, I'm shocked that people like it enough, but it's been popping up a lot more than I thought it would be.
Okay.
And people are getting they picking their selects off of there that they like.
It's been different songs every time though. That's
all the time. I'm like, yo.
We kind of put it together like we from the old school, like where everything don't got to be so structured. You know what I mean? Like 16 hook. It might just be
free form.
It might just be a dirty beat with somebody just going off.
Yeah.
with no hook or whatever the situation is, but they playing shit that we didn't even think. They played the intro like on Soul Assassins on Shade 45.
Okay.
Like the last 3-4 weeks in a row, they played like different joints on there.
Yep, nice.
And it was honestly the ones that I didn't even think they was gonna play.
Yeah. You just never know, man. Yeah.
To the point where I just want to email them, like, check these two out. This was the man,
Yeah.
No, but man, Shade 45 has been lovely, man. It's been amazing. Just getting on, even it started before. I want to say before Shade 45, getting on with y'all on one of your podcast shows. You know what I'm saying?
They played Pokey actually right the day or two before we reached out to him, and I think I sent Doa an email. I was like, "Yo, yeah, man, this is what we doing." He's like, "Oh shit, yeah, we just played you the other night." I was like, "What?"
Oh yeah. Much love,
that's how it just be
man. Seriously,
he's on top of that, man.
Good luck.
We kind of go back and forth with duties as far as the show is concerned, but that's definitely the music guy. I pulled in the interview here and there. Really, you know what I'm saying? But he's on top of that.
It's really appreciated. I'm telling y'all, it's
like, man, keep doing it.
It's like we was doing it anyway, regardless how we figured out how to get exposed or whatever.
Yep.
And sometimes it just takes the right time and everything, because we was just doing it, and then honestly with Instagram and when they put that direct message shit in there, that changed the game.
Yeah, that blew open the whole thing.
Yeah,
I tell everybody, you used to sit there in a fucking show and wait there for hours for the show to end, just for the hopes of just meeting either that dude or the manager, just to see if they take beats,
right?
And without being a groupie about the shit, and then, so you gotta sit there and watch all the whatever, and then you be like, listen, I don't even need to meet anybody. Just let me get the fucking Gmail, and do you take beats or not? And then
that's it.
And then you sit there, you sitting there drinking, smoking your own shit all night.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And then direct message, you just hit a motherfucker like, you take beats out your can. Yeah, here to go. Cut all that shit. It's like a whole. Yeah. Listen, that's like the wheel to me right there, man. Direct message.
I guess you guys probably saw some momentum too, like coming off of because last year's record was Book of Jab, right?
Yeah, the Book of Jab. Yep.
Right. So you guys, because that record got a lot of run. Like in my opinion, like from a press perspective, and like seeing it on the blogs and seeing people playing it, like I thought that got like a good.
We got a reception for that for sure.
And then all the shit that Bless was doing with Flea and all the other stuff you doing production wise. I mean, I would think like the past. When did Book of Jab come out?
Book of Jab was last year, Independence Day.
Yeah, July 4th, 2018.
Okay. Right. So I mean, you've almost had kind of like a year of that joint dropping, your shit with Flea. Like, does it feel different this time around?
With Lord Talk 2 came out right after that.
Yeah,
that's right. Exactly right.
That's what you really got to say. I mean, you say the Book of Jab, that's one of them. But then when that Lord Talk hit, that's when it really. I think I benefited a lot from people kind of looking back and doing
the homework,
their homework, reading the liner notes, and saying, "Oh man, this dude Bless, he producing this." And then they find the Book of Jab, and then it's like, "Oh man, all these people on here." And that's our whole theory is this whole web. Of trying to make this connection. It's almost like 6 degrees of separation from all types of ill motherfuckers, man. And it's working, man. It's working. It's been about a year where it's been going real heavy, but even that this year right now is probably only due to 2 years of foundational work that we've been doing leading up to it. Like, I mean, because even Lord Talk 1. Let's start there. To be honest with you,
that came out in 2017. Like honestly, since then. That was the thing that unified everything. Like, God bless Prodigy before he died, but like that's when Prodigy was out.
Yeah.
And that was the whole point of the whole situation back then. And that just, the fact that Prodigy linked up with
you're good. Yeah.
Prodigy linked up with Griselda. He linked up with Conway and them.
That's right. Right before that big show with the thing. The
joint, when Flea Lord and me linked up for that Lord Talk first project. And then Flea linked with Griselda, and then you dig what I'm saying?
It's like an avalanche.
You can't coordinate
you can't write that
shit.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So,
shout out Flea Lord.
To be honest, I haven't switched up nothing that I've been on since the late 90s. in terms of what I believe music should sound like.
That's big. Mm-hmm. That's
it's
big.
Just now
because that's the resurgence right now. That's the sound
so beautiful.
Right now.
It's so beautiful, especially since last year and this year. It's amazing the type of slime that's coming out right now. It's like, oh, where the fuck has this been? This is all I've been asking for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he was saying. Every week we
be losing
our
shit. Slime for like 15 years. It's like I can't take it no more.
Yeah, we love it, man.
Yeah, we bug out all the time, man. Because when we started this show, I don't think we had no idea like what was going on. Mm-hmm. Like it was just total happenstance when we started this thing. And about the time we started this thing is when all of this shit started churning again, man. And it was just beautiful. It's so dope to be, a small part of all this stuff is going. You were talking about the web and how everybody's connected now. Like it's just pretty amazing, man. Like I never thought. I'm 42 years old, man. Like I never thought at age 42 I would say that like we'd be a part of the kind of this. Whatever you want to call it.
It's a renaissance, man.
Yeah, renaissance or whatever.
It really renaissance, man. A grimy renaissance is happening right now.
It really is.
It's wild.
And especially when you think in terms of wanting to listen to music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's not just getting in the car, cutting some shit on, just to have some background. No, I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Or I want to hear some shit that sound like this.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I never would have thought I could hop online or, do a search on my phone or whatever and come up with exactly what I want to hear. And it's new.
Beautiful.
I'm not having to go into my CD collection and no shit like that to reminisce. No, this is some brand new shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
some next level shit too. Like upper
shit
level.
Fucking
like
awesome,
that was
man.
that. Right?
It's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it is pretty incredible, man. It's pretty incredible.
Loving it.
So so Pedro's gonna be out. It's out digitally now. You guys doing physicals or waiting to see what happens or?
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing some physicals, man. I got a show coming up down in New Orleans, July 5th.
Or that Essence Festival, right?
Yeah, right around Essence Fest for that Essence Fest weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a huge weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be big. Daniel's son on the ticket
in New Orleans.
Oh, that's the same. That's the same show.
Yeah, I'm on that show.
When is this again?
Yeah, Daniel's son, Lukey Cage is who put me on. A shout out, Lukey Cage, man. Not me, boom. That's my man. But Daniel's son, El Camino gonna be on there. Fast Life, and then a couple of local acts. I pardon me, y'all. I don't know your names, but I'll know y'all that night. While we're out there causing trouble. Man, it's going up down there, man. It's gonna be a good time. July 5th.
When is it again?
July 5th.
Yep.
All right.
It's gonna be crazy.
All right,
July. So it's you, Daniel's son. Who else? Fast Life,
El Camino. Hold on, let me pull out my magical computer device.
In New Orleans.
In
New Orleans. Yeah.
Why is this happening in New Orleans? I don't understand.
They going down there
because they never have no shows
break
down
the levees again, son. It's gonna be crazy.
We gonna flood them. We about to flood them straight up.
You got to do that shit all over again.
Oh, I tell you, man. Yeah. So it's a dude, 7 Forward Q and the Music Man.
Okay.
There's some dudes down in New Orleans. They really down with the culture, man. They put all their money together to pull this act together, this lineup together.
Nice.
DJ Juan Jordan, El Camino, Kyle Jr., Pedro the BG, Kenneth Brother, Fast Life NYC, Daniel Son, and Lukey Cage. And I'm rolling with Lukey Cage up there.
Oh shit, dope.
Yeah, at the High Low Lounge, July 5th.
Come
check us out, New Orleans. We down there.
Wow. There it is.
I love New Orleans, man. My cousin right here, he ain't been down there
he
yet,
been
man.
telling me for like 10 years to go down there. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't been. It's been a long time since I've been, but I haven't been since they've been rebuilding everything.
Yeah, okay.
So I hear it's part of it is crispy and clean. Some of it is still coming back from the devastation and destruction. But I think for the most part they got it under control.
The energy in that motherfucker is crazy.
Oh yeah, it's
like
one
as
of those
soon as
places.
you hop off the plane or get out the car, like you just
I had a great time.
You
out
just
that
walk into that place. You're like, wow, this shit is buck wild.
Yeah, I had a great time in New Orleans, man.
Yeah,
that
dope,
time
man.
I went.
and they got a casino right there with the.
Hey, man,
I don't know. Do they?
Yeah, no, yes, they do.
It's whatever,
He's
whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's whatever you want.
You been casino dude, Bless?
Well, it's just the dice. I mean, it's just the craps.
Okay, all right,
dice.
Okay.
Sink one game.
All right.
It won't be roaming around. It's
Okay,
just,
all
just
right,
craps.
Yeah, the crab
If they
table
got
all
that,
night.
and good food. Like
no,
we're
not anymore. We walk away now.
Like,
we take little walks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, you don't stay at the table all night.
Yeah.
Get got.
Yeah, don't give it all. Man.
That's the young us.
We used to
sit there all night, Joe. All night,
Biloxi.
breathing and all that.
Yeah, I know that. Me and Mello went to Tunica one night. Went down there early one night.
Tunica?
No, we ain't been to Tunica
yet.
yet.
Tunica's
We've been to Biloxi.
Tunica's 30 minutes away from Memphis. So
Okay.
me and Mello was in shouts out to Mello Mellon, and we was in Memphis for whatever, probably just a little getaway. Drove 30 minutes to the casino, man, went to one and came up. Went to the next one. Came all the way down. Man.
Exactly.
And worse than that was when we walked out, pockets empty. Fucking sun was coming. I was like, man, this is some bullshit.
Been there, Joe. We've been there. Trust me, we've been there. We've been in every situation possible.
When we was coming up, man, we was having a good goddamn time. You know? But yeah, that casino life is something else.
I just can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'll hang out.
It's different than rolling on the streets. Like the.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm fucking about.
You ever been put out of a casino?
No, but they and DR when we went to Santo Domingo, they had a goddamn crap table to the side with dust. They didn't even they didn't play that out there. And we asked people to come out there. They barely knew the rules. We damn near broke the bank. They told us we couldn't even bet certain amounts. I went to cash out. They bringing security over there, calling people.
That's
I was
crazy.
Like,
oh god damn! All right.
Yeah, I went with my brother one night. We was winning like no other. And they don't like that shit.
They don't like it ever.
They don't like that shit,
no,
man. Next thing I looked up, it was dude sticking his finger in my drinks, taking out glass and shit. I was like, man, what the fuck you doing? I was like, man, I beat your ass, man. Fuck these chips and all that other. Boy, I beat your ass over here. Next thing you know, we like this out that motherfucker. Collar up. Shit was crazy. I was like, hold up, man. My mama in here. I had to go find my mom. She was holding a slot machine down there. And she went off in that motherfucker.
Yeah. They don't do that shit in Vegas, though. You start winning in Vegas, they upgrade your room and shit. They try to move you somewhere else.
You in there so they can get that money back.
Right.
Oh, that's good. You're doing great. Oh, man. Yeah, here, stay a little longer.
Yeah, right.
They're not doing that in Tunica, Mississippi.
No, exactly right.
And when you're doing it right on the dice table, they'll bring about 2 or 3 pit bosses over there or whoever they call them motherfuckers. You know, they'll be getting
to watch.
That's when we loving it. Like, we just, so high, everything just, you're so mad. And there's nothing you can do.
Please, sir, stop rolling the dice that way. Sir, please.
Man. I don't even want to get
stop rolling the dice that way.
They don't like that shit.
They'll tell you all types of things.
Really?
All that putting it on top of each other and shit.
Make sure you don't tap them together now. Please.
So wait. So I know nothing about this. So is that just a psychological game that they're just trying to? That's all they're doing, right?
All of them, they're just there to try to fuck with your head because it's all about what you feel. It's a feeling.
To me, let me do whatever I'm gonna do.
You got to be comfortable.
Right.
The moment you feel like you taking orders or you taking rules from them,
that's when you're gonna crap out.
Because it's us versus them. We trying to take the house's money. You know,
the longer people talk and argue some bullshit, crap out. Then
my dad played craps, but I never picked up on the game, so I don't know.
Yeah. The faster the game goes, you're gonna make more money.
Just come watch. We'll bring you up to Cherokee one of these times. Man. We'll stay close. We'll go up there. We'll watch.
Well, let's go back to this crap shoot called rap.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man.
What keeps y'all? Like I know the DR is part of your motivation and everything like that. But what? Life. Yeah, but what like really like motivates y'all musically?
Man, if I take that shit, just respect. In the world of slime, like we've been studying this shit from Chicago, from the Midwest. We've been studying anything that's hard from the classic shit. We've been studying. You know what I'm saying? From Cuban Link shit to the Chronic type shit to Outkast type shit. Like wherever it came from, if it was ill, we was just like, man, and we would hold each other accountable to make sure we was ill. We sit in the studio like, no, that beat ain't great. Fix that verse right here. You know what I'm saying? And we still be on that shit because it's like, technically at this age, we supposed to be falling the fuck off or whack or out of touch. Yeah. And I personally making noise. I personally make it. It's like religion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do just stay in tune with shit, or we checking the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm not putting out shit that's not that shit.
Right.
And I'm not talking about that shit to our age or older. I'm talking about to anybody that's listening to anything that's of that essence of some real
right.
Real
forget
good
about
shit.
the age.
You feel me?
Forget about the age.
Yeah.
This is just down to hip hop and music, whatever.
Speaking of Midwest and Chi-Town, all that, shouts out to Vic Spencer. I saw he just shot a video with Twister up in the hood.
I saw that
man.
too. I was just telling him about that
Yeah,
shit.
shit's
He told me
crazy.
that today.
Yeah, that's
I had the
just
opportunity
crazy.
to make one jam with Vic.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hopefully make some more music with him.
Okay.
So where are you
Vic
guys
is a
from?
good dude.
Where are you guys from? So you're from Chicago.
Yep.
Both of you?
Yep.
All right, so I saw somewhere you're Oak Park. You're Oak
we
Park
got
as well.
Oak Park.
Parks?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
So how'd you guys come together? How'd you meet?
Man, elementary school. I guess we were in some class. He heard my last name. He was like, "Oh man, all my family has that same last name."
I got
He
like
went
15
home.
cousins with his same last name, and then we figured out
That's
that
the connection.
we really like second cousins. You know what I'm saying? Somebody married somebody or whatever.
Oh shit!
But we found that out when we was like 11, 12. So you know what I mean?
Been rocking
A
since.
long time ago.
You transitioned from being a Sox fan. I see you got the Cubs.
Nah.
Go Sox. I'm
That's
a Sox
you. That's
fan,
you.
absolutely.
Okay.
I was always Cubs.
Okay,
man.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm a
But
Sox
back in the
fan.
day with Frank Thomas and all them.
Big Hurt.
And even what's it, Carlton Fisk and all
Everybody's a
that.
Carlton Fisk fan,
I mean,
yeah.
back in the day, I was just whatever.
Big
I was too
Pen,
young
Robin
to be.
Big Pen.
Because for sure.
That's what's up.
So you guys just met in school?
Yeah.
Yeah, elementary school.
Been rocking ever since.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Damn, that's a long
we went
time.
our
Wrong with
separate
that.
ways.
It's been a
Yeah,
minute, man.
just
Nothing wrong
linking
with
back up.
So did you guys both get into music like at the same time, or like where'd you guys figure out like you were gonna start?
I would say he was rhyming and doing stuff more before me. I was always on. I played drums. Since an early age. Like I think my grandparents gave me a drum set when I was 2 or 3, just fucking around.
All right.
And I used to be I played drums, man. Like
absolutely.
So making the beats was
Real
just
drummer.
natural.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
natural for
Like
you.
in my mama's church, like I would leave. Yeah, I played the drums in my mom's church, Baptist church. When the church would clear out, I take one of them old tape recorders and just bang out random BoomBap beats and shit.
Okay.
Bring it to the crib with a cheap ass recorder and somehow put together like janky beats. He heard
They were cold though. That's actually how we started kind of rocking together like that. Like, like I said, we was already on the family vibe, kicking and everything was cool. But this was like a couple years after that, let's say, he was, look what I made. Like he made this one James Bond ass beat.
And that was with a guitar and a beatboxing. I was beatboxing in the bathroom with a guitar, playing
ill as shit.
some
I was like, yo,
007
what is
ass beat.
Yeah.
I knew this. I was like, yo, this nigga here, he a problem.
I got an older,
he a problem.
I got an older cousin in Detroit that was like a house DJ in the early 90s or whatever. I went out there in 94 and I found my first drum machine and sampler, and he had turntables, and I couldn't go to sleep, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I came back with like a tape
Cold.
full of just beats and shit.
Super raw. It was super raw.
That's
It
nice.
was like the hardest beats I had ever heard in my life up to that point. And that's including everything that was out. You know, I'm listening to Wu-Tang, listening to Ice Cube, listening to everything.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you crazy,
You right
crazy
there.
with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But we've been doing this for a while, just amongst each other. We really didn't know how to expose it to people.
Okay, gotcha.
And the blessing, the last 2-3 years, it's just been situational shit that just happened, and then all of a sudden people know stuff, and it's like
Good timing, man.
Right.
like, hello,
Yeah.
like,
proper preparation
I'm
prevents
glad-
poor performance.
Glad,
There you go.
glad I didn't stop type shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Jab, how did you initially take to rhyming? What was your draw there?
Man, I was always just a fan of the music. And one day, just like kind of walking down the alley, going to school, just fucking around with my guy, freestyling. I was like, that was the first time it ever really clicked to me. Like, yo, you know what? You could probably rhyme too. And this was like, 15 years old or so, something like that. So, I mean, it was...
Tell them how you used to go around. Listen, back at
oh yeah, nah, that's a whole other mission. Stories.
Like
this is how we really cut our teeth right here.
I remember this was it 94 or 95? Nas had a concert out there.
95.
It was 95.
That was 95 when Nas had the concert.
Nas had a concert. It was like it was supposed to be Nas Boot Camp.
I feel like Ghost and Ray were going to be there.
Oh, wow. The list was huge.
That. It was raw, and it was in
nobody
Chicago,
showed up. And the only person that showed up.
Oh, what you mean nobody showed up?
The whole list was insane.
Yeah,
nobody showed up, but
welcome to Chicago. They're jerking you.
Yeah, that happened. The only person that showed up was Nas. It happens
so often.
And then randomly Common showed up because he was just in the shot.
Yeah,
he wasn't even on the billboard. You know what I'm saying? But it was random.
That's
like
crazy.
East Coast acts at that, on the list. I can't remember all of them, but nobody showed up. It was
that sounds like some Atlanta shit.
Yeah,
it really does.
They it was dope for a second, when Nas finally came on and Common came on with him.
But that was it.
And then people got when they left, everybody just started fucking up the place and shit. Yeah.
Oh no.
Like okay,
but no, I lost that track right there. So the reason I brought that up is when that's the days you could walk up and it was like actual ciphers, like people sitting there rhyming in a cipher. Like that's remember them days? You know what I'm saying? That shit don't happen no more.
Yeah.
And people just doing their little beatbox, whatever they doing to make a beat. And somebody rapping, and we would just go in there and just make an effort to just interrupt
MC Def Squad.
Their whole shit.
That was our thing.
Right. And I remember when it got to air, I was like, this is corny. Nobody doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, I remember that far back where that's where it started. Like we was just going there like, fuck what you saying.
Yep, that's what's up.
And then he would come in, fuck your beatbox. I come in with my shit.
Yeah.
A lot louder, a lot stronger with his shit. And then he come in with his shit, and everybody, But that's just
that's where the rhyme started, man. Just really actually being out rhyming, rapping against people. Definitely running up on ciphers
in places where
you were around strangers.
Yeah,
and not only that, you were around strangers who probably will fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You talk about the west side of Chicago. You talk about the south side of Chicago.
It ain't all sweet.
It ain't sweet. Ain't nothing sweet. So,
there was
you
no
can come in there
in
and spit and think you
going
to be hootie tootie and whatever the hell, but somebody going to come in there and as soon as if they ain't rocking with you, they going to show you very quickly.
Let you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you
regardless
embarrass
of if you cold
motherfucker.
at a rapper, that's even worse.
No doubt.
Don't be too cold.
Yeah.
Don't be too cold.
Yeah.
I mean, lucky, fortunately, that never happened with me. And that never happened with my brother. That never happened with my cousin, Bless. Yeah. When we would go places, hey, man, we would make that impression, man. We would come in, we would put our motherfucking Mac down, like, plow.
Yeah.
And that would be it. And we would link up with people all over the city.
But that's in the time when people would be like, oh, y'all
really
rap.
About rapping. Yeah.
That's when people used to acknowledge that. But those people who said that now got rap careers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people who, like you really rap or you rap to whatever you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like it was fun, but no, we was really on some like trying to destroy them. Like it was fun and games. Yeah, we was out there though.
Yeah,
that's how I came. Like when I moved to Atlanta, that's how I was out here, man, running around, popping up at all the little MC wars and the elemental battles. You know what I mean? I mean that's where I feel like I met you before, probably at Apache.
I was at oh man,
I forgot which one
battle
it was.
That it was at the Somber Reptile.
Yep, Somber Reptile.
God damn.
Absolutely.
My sister Star was
there. Yep, I was at that one.
Your man Jugger, the bully. Was it?
Was I at this show? I think I was at this show.
I didn't even go in because
you still had your dreads back then.
It's possibly.
Yep.
I didn't even go in.
Man, I've been around. I seen you around
because my wife was expecting like any moment. So I just stepped out the house for a minute and I was like, I got to get back. But that was what battles was those? Because that was.
I feel like it was elemental, man. It was. I think it was with that magazine.
It wasn't elemental though. It was the Blaze battles or something.
Oh yeah, Blaze battles too. That's right.
Yeah,
that was
something like that. Also. Yeah. So damn, you've been here for a minute.
I've been in Atlanta for a little bit, man.
So how'd you guys get down here?
Yeah,
man, I came down here to go to school, man, to try to get myself together, man. I went to Morehouse, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I came out after 4 years. I made it through. You know, not 4 years consecutively, but I made it through. That's all that matters.
That's right.
And you know, man. I ended up staying. The weather's way better than Chicago.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I go back and forth.
Right exactly.
You know, that was it. You know, I was like, hey, I can go home whenever. But you know, it was weather was good down here. The opportunities were good down here. I started working on like all types of music videos and commercials and getting money. I was like, man, I'm here.
When I first moved down here, I didn't have to pay rent for the first 4 months.
Yeah,
they had deals like that.
Yeah. Remember the old Rent Center joints?
Yeah,
remember those? They used to do that?
Was listen. Absolutely. And I lived across from Phipps Mall. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it wasn't no janky shit.
That was around the time where cats would come here for like Freaknik or something like that and lose their fucking mind and be like, hold up,
like not go home.
This shit right here is
when Too Short was really still out and about.
Exactly.
Right.
When Pac and Eric Sermon was moving him, like they might have came down here for a show or Freaknik or something, be like,
Jack the Rapper shit too down here.
Now I'm about to get a crib.
Yeah.
I'm about to get a crib and set it up. Yeah.
I think that happened to
Atlanta was
October,
wide open.
Didn't have to pay to January like type.
So
like,
are you guys the only one down here from your clique or crew like back in Chicago? Is it just the two of you?
I mean, from Oak Park, there's a gang of us down here. I mean, even from Chicago,
right? But from your circle, right? Or was it just pretty much the two of you?
I would say yeah.
For the most part, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. So were you making music back in Chicago, or you didn't make music together
just for the
until
love?
You got here?
I mean, for the love. Yeah, we've been doing this for the love forever.
Okay.
But as far as
like formally
pulling the formal thing, let's say, I mean, we've been pulling that really firing it up.
5, 6,
7 years, let's say.
Right. Okay.
Just really cementing it with the blueprint.
Exactly. Actually getting the content out
on
online and getting exposed to that nature. And we've been making music forever, but it don't really matter. Nobody fucking know about it. So
right.
You know, when shit really started going a few years ago, and shit started catapulting maybe like 2-3 years ago.
Yep.
Right.
And we just looking for the next catapult, man, because we
just trying to keep on pushing.
But the minute the shit dies off, man, I'm checking out.
Gotcha.
I hate. Don't even get me started, man. I just wanted to not be whack so hard, strongly in my soul.
Yeah.
So if it's just
the fact that matters to you, you never will be.
It matters.
You never will be.
I can't even be like, I can't be regular even. I want you to be like, you know what? I think this dude.
Yeah.
If you don't think that, if I don't put some stuff out like that, I'm like,
you never will be whack, which generally leads to you never gonna stop fucking with this shit.
Yeah.
You talking to two fucking junkies right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see you around.
Right.
We ain't work. The conversation will never be, man, whatever happened to the GodBlessBeatz? Man, that'll never happen.
I'll figure something else out, man. But
shit. He talking about he 42. I'll be 48 this year. I've been doing this shit since a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? And every time I talk that shit, I'd be like, somebody send me some beats. He'll send me some beats. And we'll be back on.
We see you on stage snapping at
right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man.
It's like,
what you supposed to do? It's like, I mean, that's going back to what you were saying, man. It's like I didn't get into this rapping thing just to kind of be like. I mean, I think I kind of looked at it almost like the martial arts. You know, you look at it, you get in it. Like, I didn't get in it to just go to a certain point and be like, okay, I've done being a rapper. No, man, I'm an MC. I got in this to continue to level up as an MC and become, level 77 MC and shit. You know what I mean?
Have felt like I haven't done my greatest shit yet. You know what I'm saying? So it's like as long as you have that, it'll always be there, man. It's different now, of course. You know what I'm saying?
But it's supposed to change, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
That's what people are afraid of.
The lane is so pure. If you just look at it like how, you wouldn't ask somebody that's playing the blues.
Correct. There you go. Talk that talk.
Fucking just make a pop song.
No.
Right.
Because their blues is so strong. You know what I mean? Or any genre that's just, I just make this. You know, like, that's what I do. So don't ask me to, when I was maybe trying to chase $1, I wasn't even trying to chase $1, but if I was trying to like do a project that wasn't out of some shit I love to do.
Yeah.
It was garbage.
You know, I tell cats that the whole time, like, we could have been sold out. We could have went. We could have been
done that.
You know what I'm saying? But
what's the benefit of that?
There's no benefit of that. Now, you really talking about walking away from the game with nothing when you go that route, for sure.
That's never the way.
Yeah.
That's never the way.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
And to be honest, I don't answer, I don't know how to handle it. I don't answer DMs a lot about beats for a lot of people. Because I feel like I'm too... It's like I just want to mess with people that's already
established.
I don't want to say that because I'm not established like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I can't
actually invest it.
I've got enough people that's really dope.
What they doing?
I
can't invest in another nigga's dreams right now.
Right.
It's like,
or his come up, trying to come up.
I got my guy right here. I got my guy A Flip. I got like 3-4 people.
You good?
That I'm fully invested in. Everybody else is like,
hey, y'all features are crazy. Like y'all ain't got no slouches.
It's a blessing, man.
Trying to just stay open to this new stuff that's out here, man. Doubt. You know, stay open to these new people that's demonstrating illness, man, and just.
I got a project coming out in another month or so.
Yeah,
hopefully another month. Little compilation project, and it's a little everybody. I even remixed the shit he had with Razkaz on there, just like a little different, like a producer type of compilation or whatever.
Dope.
But it's a blessing just to have the type of features that I had and the people that be getting radio play, and it's just like I just want to show and prove. This is the type of shit, I'm growing up listening. If I go to pick up an album, I used to tell them if that sticker said produced by RZA or produced by Primo or produced by Lord Finesse or whatever the fuck, you just like, oh, this got to be hard because it's got these, I'm going to just buy it. You know what I'm saying? It was before the land of streaming and all that fuck shit, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to be known, like, if Bless is on there, you feel me? But I want somebody to be like, if Bless is on there, then he must be paying attention to making some dope shit. You know
but see, it still works like that. Like the people that are still invested in it and that have the had the code ingrained in them. Like they know when they see this shit drop and they see that you produced it or you're on it, or
anything I see produced by Alchemist, I'm like, oh, I gotta get
right. Like even when I scan this shit, right? Because when every week when the shit comes in, right, you got fucking 20 albums and you got 30 singles and whatever the fuck, and I scan the shit. But it's hard. You have to be mindful to be like, all right, I know there's some new shit out there.
Yeah, right.
I've got to take the time to listen to
check it out,
even though 90% of the time it's bullshit. Right.
Sometimes you got to roll that dice, though.
Right. You had to, but to take the time to actually do it. I mean that's what's tough. But the whole shit still works the way that it used to. Is you're gonna do the scan and you're gonna be like, all right, I'll fuck with Jab, I'll fuck with Bless. All right, I'm going to give this, I'm going to let this roll. And, that's how things like build and like, it works just like it did, 25 or 30 years ago. You know, the streaming thing is a whole different
Who is it
kind
that's
of thing,
about how fucked up streaming is? That's you.
That's me and him.
We were talking about
this. I'm going to run for city council on a platform of trying to take over streaming.
But this is the dilemma. This is the dilemma, and everybody got to understand. Like if you want your music to be heard, right, and you're not out there like that,
here you go.
And people actually use them devices or apps or whatever, so you want your shit to be on everything. You're gonna be like, you can play it on everything, And I usually, if I put my message out, I'm like, it's shit's on iTunes, or I'm constantly dissing, streaming shit on my posts or whatever the hell. But I just want people to know.
Spotify, suck it.
Yeah. I mean, you can get 20 million spins and get a couple
grand. They cool with it. They know what it is with me and them. They know
insane.
What it is.
It's insane, man.
Yeah.
200 people buy your shit for $20 or $15. You probably get the same as getting a million spins on that shit.
Right. So here's what I don't understand, right? It's like, like a couple of weeks ago, Eric Sermon popped up on fucking Sway or popped up somewhere. He was making the run for his album, which, people were talking about for about 2 weeks and now nobody's talking about it. No slight to him. I'm just saying, like, in general, that's how the cycle works now, right? Yeah. For the most part. But this guy was on Sway or whatever it was that, where he was being interviewed. And I mean, this guy was like swearing by how incredible streaming is and how, and you see the same conversation pop up from fucking Leor Cohen, which, that whatever, there's an asterisk there,
exactly.
but I'm just saying, like, why is it that it's only these fucking guys that have played at the very, very, very top?
Well, you said it.
From an industry perspective. Yeah. These are the only guys that are positive about this shit. This is what I don't understand. Like,
well, that's it exactly. That's what I'm saying, Joe. Obviously, the skew of the split is off, because if you're getting 0.20 or I'm sorry, 0.00
love to get 0.20
of a cent
0.00
per spin. That's what you're getting, right? But then the industry is talking about, oh, streams have been amazing for us. What are they getting from it?
They getting some
we know
money.
that Spotify, we know Tidal, we know all these streaming companies are getting revenue from ad revenue. They're not paying their employees in goodwill and Bitcoin. All right. You know what I mean? They're paying them actual money, and that's coming from the revenue they're making from getting that ad revenue in, and also from them spins, that music playing. Whatever's being paid to the label and whatever the label is paying to them, and then what trickles down to us. It's seriously a trickle down.
When we seen that figure about Drake or whoever who sold 60, 70 million shits. Pharrell.
Yeah, the Pharrell.
Listen, we don't have 0.02% of what he has to make a fucking hit to make all these fucking weirdos buy our shit. We don't. That's not realistic at all.
I mean,
and
when you start mentioning
a couple $1,000 check, $6,000 check,
6 million spins, and he got $3,600.
Something insane,
something silly like that off of Happy. And y'all got
off
kids, so y'all done heard Happy until your eyes bled.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That song was all over everywhere for a year.
I purposely make beats that's not happy.
Nah.
So
the slimy beat.
Yeah. So the sales ain't gonna be. It's the opposite.
Right.
And then that nigga only got 3,000-4,000 shit. I can go out there and get that.
Yo, man.
What?
I just don't understand that, man. Like, I was really surprised to see Eric Sermon on there. He was talking. The thing that really
money on the distributor side.
He has to be invested somewhere.
And see, that's what I was
we
about
don't
to
know
say.
about.
Yeah,
right?
when you start thinking about, when you start speaking on the Pharrells and the Leor Cohens and even the Eric Sermons, we talking about the old industry guard for the most part. So they know the back way.
Correct. And they know their paperwork. These are people that know the business and know they ain't gonna get jerked.
Yeah.
And if Pharrell is cool getting 3,600 because of these streams, you know he's still getting his physical money. That's a whole nother thing. He made a good 10 million off of that, right?
And then when your homeboy got his own streaming platform, we don't even wanna so
that was the smart move right there. That's a huger move than a lot of people I think really know.
Yeah, they're not even tuned in on that. Yeah.
How much he getting off of that?
Come on, man.
They print money over there.
Exactly.
And Tidal pays the best out of all the streaming services.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, I can afford to give him 0.050.
Yeah, Nipsey dropped the bomb on that, didn't he? Wasn't it Nipsey that posted a breakdown about...
that's always been the case. I'll tell you just off of the checks I've gotten. Like
you've seen it personally, too.
Absolutely. I always love seeing Tidal come, but here's the thing. Tidal pays like 4 months after the case.
Right.
You know, they have the longest payout cycle, but they pay the most. You know. They cool though, you know. Shout out to Jay and Tidal, absolutely.
Right.
I bet his streams are lovely.
They good. They good over there. Don't worry about the house that Blue lives in. She good. She wipe her ass with dollar bills. She is all right
forever.
So that being said, why do you guys think that there's this kind of niche lane now, right? So you talk about, you know, the streaming shit's fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. But technology and access to it is at an all-time high.
Absolutely.
You talked about Instagram and DMs and like whatever part of that you kind of want to.
It's a changing world, man.
Right. Like why are so many, Meeks and I talk about this all the time. Like, why is there so much, why are there so many people like in this lane right now? Like, why is that happening? Is it really just a passion thing? Is like that?
It has to be.
It's got to be,
It
right?
has to be. I mean, I'll speak personally, man. You got to do it for the love. You got to sacrifice and know that it's just straight up for the love, because it is a lot of people doing it. And that's what that's going to differentiate you from people that are just mindlessly droning versus you putting out something that is passionate. You going to hear, like, you can hear the passion in Pedro. There's a reason why, and we didn't, and honestly, we put that out. The intention was to put that out for free, and it was to put it out like these streaming services, as much as they're evil, they're also good because it enables everybody to have access to it. And if you trying to put out your music, if you doing this for the love for the culture, you trying to donate something to the culture, they're awesome tools to have. Yeah. So it's a gift and a curse. It's kind of the good side, bad side of it. But
I noticed y'all on the flip side of the pricing. Like when you start when you start thinking about the Griseldas and all that on what they charge for,
more power to them.
Yeah, but y'all just the whole shit is like $4, right?
Yeah.
Is that a conscious decision of yours as well? Okay.
Yeah, that's CMO right there.
Speak on that.
That's the CMO, man.
Speak on that, Bless.
It's just to the point where, we definitely want people to, it's a balance, right? You got these streaming people paying you 0.00 whatever of nothing, basically paying you nothing. So, I don't think $4, that's like a pack of blunts, just... just really, if you're not that interested, like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to release my new project because I was just thinking, like, I'm just going to put it on iTunes and physicals and just not do nothing else. But then I'm like...
You're depriving people, though.
Then I'm like, well...
Yeah.
And it's just I feel like I'm not big enough to even do it like that in terms of... Because at the end result, I want everybody to hear this shit. If they hear this shit...
Period. That's it.
Right.
It's got to be undeniable because I'm not putting it out. This is like really my first project. My first, I never put out a project like a compilation. I guess I kind of did it in 20 years ago type shit.
But that don't count. This is the first,
and that shit was actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
But this is like some real shit, and it's just a little bit. Everybody you see on Shade 45 little playlist, just randomly. And everybody was just sending them 16s for the love, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then plus old stuff that should have been released. But
how can you value that?
So you just price it. You just price it so that financial aspect of it is not an obstacle that's going to keep somebody.
So one thing about me and Primo, we always live life like this shit ain't even about money.
Yeah. It's not.
And when I say people say that,
I'd love to get it. Please believe me, I'd love to be paid off this.
When some checks start coming in off this shit for real.
The reality is. I got to eat every day, so I'm gonna get money regardless.
Whatever comes in, it's not even we putting that to the side to buy like houses, buy real estate type stuff, and it's not. I'm not making it that big, but we're not even. It's actually that little that we don't even think about it.
Right,
you know what I'm
just
saying?
Residual income, man.
You just residual income, and eventually it'll become something.
Yeah, we never was on some starving artist shit. One way or the other, blue collar or white collar, we're gonna get the money.
Right.
That's all I can really say on the mic. But like, we'll do whatever we gotta do to keep it moving.
Gotcha.
The music is just soul shit. This is just not. This ain't about the money. Like you start paying me for some shit that I love.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. I'll take some more.
You know what
but
I mean?
I'm still gonna be doing it.
I'm making it.
I'm
gonna
still
keep
gonna be trying to do it.
If everybody was just a lame and just like nothing but fuck shit, I would still make this shit. Like, if nothing else, just for something for me to listen to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So the love is real. Just to make a long story short, man, we only try to make good music, not to be cool, not to be. This is just real. We live in this shit, and it's
right.
I hope it comes out through the music. It's nothing fake about it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Right.
That's what's up.
So you can tell, man.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Passion, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very passionate about it, man.
Yeah.
Very passionate about this hip hop, man. Hip hop ain't never dead, man. I'm still living. I'm breathing. How can it be dead?
Yeah.
In this new era that we in right now, it's so glorious, man. Anybody who's out there complaining nowadays, oh man, if you how there used to be this whole little narrative going on. Oh man, music terrible nowadays. The kids
really
sound like this.
You can't
blah,
say that
blah,
no
blah.
more.
If you still on that, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to know
anything.
you. I'm like, man, you obviously decided to be a curmudgeon and be a cantankerous person and not listen to nothing no more. And you just in your little corner. You just want to play punks jump up to get beat down 24/7 Like, oh, this is it. Yeah. Remember this? I'm like, yeah, I do remember that. That shit was cold. But have you heard this? No, Al Divino? No, man, I ain't into that new stuff. Like, well, I'm sorry for you, bro.
You fucking up, man.
Sorry for you.
That's where it's at right now.
Because it's out here, bro. There's plenty of music out here.
So I'm really happy about it, and we had
a lovely time. I'm just happy to be making a contribution.
We fell back from that a long time ago because when they got to that point. And we all run the same circle.
And cry.
When they got to that point, I'm definitely listening to a whole lot more of my music at that point because I can't fuck with this shit. But now, because of what we doing now, we know it's out there.
Oh yeah,
and it ain't hard to find.
And y'all are doing such a service to the world, man. Y'all, you know, I'm sorry, I got to give you all y'all roses while you're here, while you're breathing. But you're doing a service to the world,
this
man.
Platform huge, man.
Taking that time to go through that list and put people on to songs that you're like, yo, this is dope. Like that's necessary. That's what this culture needs. That's how this culture moves forward is by people who care about it, saying, yo, this is dope. You should hear this. Or, yo, this is what we feel about this topic. Yo, this is what we talking about over here. Oh, have you been, in tune with this? It's like, that's how it happens, man. It ain't about tastemakers and, somebody saying this is the wave
somebody
or whatever.
Co-signing,
Nah, man, that ain't what it's about, man. It's about people actively out here living the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Active participants saying what's dope and what ain't dope.
Yeah, I got a problem with all this technology out here.
It just lets everybody get in.
Nah, but they don't. But I'm saying for like fans and consumers, they really don't use this shit to their full potential. Because if you out here complaining about you can't find some shit, you crazy as hell.
Man, people don't even know how to Google, brother.
Man, that shit is
crazy. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. How many times do I bump into somebody in the street? They be like, "Oh man, you still doing stuff? What you doing? How do I find your music? You ever heard of Google? Just you got it on your phone.
You got one of these, right? Like,
oh man, you pop right up. Yeah. You know how you were looking for Kim Kardashian nipple slip? You know how you find that? Type my name in instead of that.
Just that easy.
And you gonna find shit.
Yeah, man. Step away from Pornhub.
Straight up, man. Get out the porn. But see, hold on. All right, I'm about to drop one on y'all.
I got one after this.
So let's go. Look, I'm about to drop one on one of y'all. Here you go, man. This is my science, man. Now watch. When you start seeing people do it, you can be like, well, yeah, they just bit Primo style. But yeah, man, I'm about to start overdubbing porn with my music and putting it on Pornhub. So when you start searching certain things, you know what I mean? You just find a porn, but it just be my music.
Parts, yeah, and end it right when she about to.
Yeah, just have my music playing in the background.
I like that.
Joe, I'm trying to tell you, man, innovations, brother. Innovations, man. That's how you got to be out here.
What you got,
all right, so I don't have an innovation, but I'm going back to griping about Googling.
Okay.
The fastest way for me to stop responding to you is if you ask me if I can send you some music. Do not ask me to send you some goddamn music. Do you know how many DJs have asked me to send me fucking music because they know that I go through the shit and they
want what you got.
They want what I have
and not doing the job.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Yo, no,
it is crazy.
Yeah. That's not a DJ.
Dude, it is crazy how many times I get that request, man. Yeah. Just like what you were saying, like you can't Google it. Like I'm like, look, here's where I go to like this is where I go to get my information.
Really is out here at your fingertips.
It's really out here. Like that's what they gave us this internet device. Man. You can find everything on it,
everything, dude.
Straight up, like literally everything. Just type in, just make up a random sentence in your head. Type it in your phone. Something will appear.
Something will come out.
That's the world we're in.
Yes,
wild.
You can't figure that out. I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, I hate it for you.
Mother.
I hate it for you, man.
Straight up, I'm happy. I call it natural selection, man. Sometimes if people can't figure certain stuff out. Maybe they ain't meant to.
Right.
Maybe they not meant to come to that next place.
Right.
They don't know how to open the pool door. Yeah. They pushing on it. Hey, maybe they not. Maybe they not to get in that door. That's all right.
You're right.
Yeah, that's how I treat the music too. Like when the music comes in, it's kind of like it was one of those things like where either you're plugged in and you know what the code is, and like either you can see it or you're not, or you're in the matrix or whatever it may be. Like sometimes you just gotta let shit go and like forget all the science and just like.
Yeah,
it just is what it is.
Yeah.
And this is appearing for whatever reason.
Correct.
It may be.
Correct.
So I don't know. I don't know. All right, so real quick, I want to get the story on you guys and how you know or how you got connected with Flea and where that connection is, because we're big fans here, obviously.
Yeah, no doubt.
And Bless, obviously you've done a lot of work with him. You guys have collaborated. We need to get that story.
Shouts out to Flea.
I think that's important.
French.
Yeah, word.
Yeah, shit, Flea. Shout out to Flea, man. That's the Brody, man.
Lord.
Honestly, I was reaching out to Prodigy. I was trying to reach out to Prodigy.
Okay.
And I think I seen on Instagram. I'm looking at Prodigy stand, and somehow I see I don't know how I get to it, but I see a picture with Prodigy and Flea. I think he had a song. They had a song together or whatever. And I just DM Flea actually instead of Prodigy, like, you know, because I'm thinking they tight,
sure.
You know, whatever. And he hits me back like a few days later in the car with like Prodigy, and they on speakerphone or whatever, and I didn't even know it was that good.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
God damn.
And then
that's crazy.
He recorded a jam, and then
so wait, you sent him beats though. So you hit him in DM, you sent him some joints, and then he hit you back.
I sent him. That's when he hit me back after the beats.
Okay, there you go.
I think he recorded 1 or 2 joints. The second joint he recorded, matter of fact, Prodigy was like talking at the end of the jam, which was like, okay, that was almost like it was like a teaser. You know what I mean? Like he ain't rapping on it, but he's but, you know,
talking
legend,
shit,
one of my favorite rappers ever, just talking shit on it. I'm like, okay, cool. And then the next joint after that, like, might have been like a day or 2 after that, they recorded that Queens, New York shit that when they were going back and forth.
Yeah.
And this shit blew my head after that. And
that's incredible, man.
But that's at the same time.
That is a fucking incredible story.
Yo, it's at the same time, I guess P met Griselda and them, because P and Conway made a couple jams.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then they had one big show up there.
Webster Hall or something.
Yeah,
exactly.
Webster Hall show.
I remember that
exactly.
shit.
And
Kiss came out and all that shit.
Yeah,
right?
that's when all them met. Flea, Griselda, all the through Prodigy. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it was like 2 different worlds, because then Conway and them was cool with Flea, and then that's how Conway was on that first Lord Talk, and Prodigy was on that first, you know, and who would have known, you know what I'm saying?
God damn, that's crazy, man.
Who would have fucking known, man? You could DM and just reach out to random motherfuckers a million times, that shit would never happen, man.
Wow.
People hit me up like, how do you get people? I'm like, listen, man, you know.
That makes
and Flea never had a project out. That Lord Talk was that first shit. And then you see how he's taking all these.
Meant to be, man.
Fucking monster.
Meant to be, man. Destiny, man.
Flea's a beast, man. He's not.
It's La Onda, man.
It's
It's the wave, man.
Yeah, man.
It's destiny.
And they not hard to find, man. They not hard to get at.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Just we lost our shit a couple of weeks ago to what's the name of that joint, man? I can't even think of the name of the joint. He said about to bubble like a baby.
Yeah, I see you posted.
That's what we were talking about, being 13 years old and giggling like little girls and shit.
Flea keep getting better.
Flea going crazy
his first shit was that Lord Talk Volume 1 in 2017.
Like a baby, no.
It's been 2 years. The man put out 5-6 projects. He put out 3 projects this year already.
Yeah.
He know, he's a monster. That's, you know, so you can't.
You guys obviously have some chemistry, though. I mean, just like you guys have some chemistry. You and Flea have some chemistry, too, as well.
Man. I talk to him on the phone like with brothers. Whenever he come down, it's all good.
Yeah.
But
did you guys go to the show at MJQ with how was that shit? I didn't make that shit out.
It was amazing. I mean, that was the one where we were underground. That Drunken Unicorn.
No. Benny and fucking Rick High was in town.
Yeah, my drunk ass was on stage for a second.
Joe, if there were
I was faded, man. But
there was so many people in that show.
That was a beautiful show. And it was so hot.
Yeah, because next door was Chuck D.
Next door was Chuck D.
It was crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
But
it was a big night.
Yeah.
It was a big night.
Listen, it was nobody, no metal detectors, nobody checking you at the door.
Never.
You could have been in there with a machete. Nobody would have did nothing with you.
Never.
And nothing happened.
Yeah, it's never like that.
Night,
now you fuck with the staff over there, you catch beat down.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Q, shouts out to Drunken Unicorn. They got some official staff over there.
Nobody was in there on that fuck shit. And it was,
that's
couldn't even move.
That's what he's saying,
And usually and it was hot, and usually in that environment, something happens.
Right.
But nobody was on no.
It was definitely step on a brother toes.
Yeah,
packed in there, but everybody was cool.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful night. Everybody was out afterwards. Like, Star was there. I mean,
we was in the parking lot for like an hour.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
Westside Gun was
came
there.
out later.
Everybody was there. Yeah, we was but everybody was just posted, kicking it in the parking lot.
Yeah, that's the spot.
Outside of Drunken Unicorn, man.
That's dope.
Nobody was on no bullshit, man. Out there for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just living
Yeah.
good.
Good
It was
Atlanta
beautiful.
vibe right there.
Yeah,
man.
real Atlanta
Yeah.
shit, man. Ponce
Yeah.
de Leon, we was out there.
No doubt.
No
doubt.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's that shit.
So
Yeah, it
what's
was a good
next for
show.
you guys?
World domination.
You're working on a compilation.
Yeah,
You guys. I mean,
that should be out in a month.
Okay.
I got A Flip. He's gonna put out it. A Flip is like that dude that dunks on everybody and shoots threes on the court, but he never made nothing about his life. You know what I'm saying? like you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
he never made it to the league. He
likes
should
to
have
do
been in the league.
respectable stuff, like
Yeah.
raise his
He
daughter
made-
and
he
stuff.
made
We
stuff
want him
about
to be
his
a
life.
rapper.
My bad.
Show.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
he decided,
That's not what I meant.
I'm busy being a responsible father.
Yeah.
Man, that's not hip hop done.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
He should have been in the league.
I'm fucking with you.
But he was just like,
Yeah.
he a little too cool
Right.
for school. But now I'm like, listen, we got to put this out. Like,
It's time.
Yeah, man.
so where's he from?
he's from Newburgh, New York.
Okay. All right. How do you guys know
what's
him?
that? Mid-state, a little up in the state.
mid-state.
Met him in VA like about 20 years ago, man, at school,
Okay.
Hampton.
All right. Just random.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the nicest dude on campus.
Oh, really? Okay.
And whatever. And then we met, and then he probably got kicked out 3 times, and then he kept trying to come back, and then it never worked out for him. But
All right.
but he be putting out fires and shit like a firefighter.
He's a real firefighter.
Oh,
Absolutely.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
man. He a
look,
lifesaver, man. He
pulling
out there
out
for
dead
real.
bodies out
Right.
of pines and
That's what's up.
Doing
shit.
ill shit, yeah.
That's what's up.
So that's
Straight
dropping
up.
this year?
Yeah,
shit
that
with
shit.
Flip?
Yeah, so Slime
yeah.
Stew should be coming out in June. I think Flip should be coming out in July.
All right.
And dope, like I said, man, he's fucking beast, man.
So, Jab, what kind of feature work you doing, man? You doing any features here?
Yeah,
Anything
man.
coming up that we can talk about?
Yeah, I mean,
He's on Aztec shit. Y'all
Oh,
from
the Barfly?
Yeah,
Aztec.
The
Yep.
Detroit Cats.
Yeah.
We fuck with those guys.
Yeah.
Foulmouth and Pat and all those
Exactly.
guys, right?
He's
yeah,
on
the
Yeah.
Middle Finger Music.
Right,
yeah.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I got a joint with them. Also, my guy Mind Frame from out in New York. We working on a project together. Let's see what else, man. Yeah, like I said, Lukey Cage. He's putting out an album. He got me on there. I'm doing a feature with him. That's why I'm being in New Orleans. Other than that, man, I'm just out here, man. I'm just popping up here and there. Obviously, man, I donated some good nourishment to the brothers Slime Stew.
Yeah,
you know
he
what
just
I mean?
recorded a joint
Just
for,
did that today.
Okay.
for
All
my
right.
it's called Slime Stew. So yeah, he
Dope.
just he gave me his verse today and everything.
That sounds disgusting.
I
by
can't
the
wait.
way.
I can't
wait to hear that
I
shit.
can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to hear it, man.
Slime
So, Jab, you did some work with Ice Lord, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah. My guy Ice
Yeah, what's
Lord.
up
Yeah,
with
they had
Shout out
an
to
EP.
Ice Lord.
They had
Yeah.
an EP.
He cool, man. Ice Lord is he handling his business, man.
Yeah.
He taking care of business. That's
There's going to
really
be a
all
part
it
2
is.
there?
Yeah, hopefully we've been
Okay,
talking
all
about
right.
doing a pot work part 2.
Power
Okay.
work. That's
Yeah,
what
man,
I'm
but,
gonna call it. yeah.
Soon.
Yeah, we interviewed.
I got a couple
Lord,
things.
a couple months ago,
Yeah,
right? I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was 2
We had
months
Ice
ago.
Lord on.
Yeah,
so.
man. Peace to the guy, Ice Lord, man.
sure.
That's my man.
All right, beautiful.
For sure.
All right, so before we finish up, we always like to give folks. I mean, you guys have obviously been, expressing yourself just fine on this
Yeah,
interview.
no question.
If there's anything else you guys want to get off your chest, we just
Clear the air on some shit, whatever.
This is that
somebody
time.
out.
I'd like to just say this a good time for music right now, man. 2018, especially, and this year going into, it's like, I'm just proud of how music is coming around. It's been really kind of fucked up, I think, for the last 10, 15 years. Like, it's a mix between commercial bullshit and whatever, but it's been a lot of slime coming out lately, and I'm just happy that, that shit come back around, because if, like I said, we ain't changed shit different. We ain't try to adjust our shit to what's coming out now.
Right.
It just happened to be cool again.
Yeah, right.
To be on some slime
Timing
shit.
is
Like,
perfect.
oh, you like that?
Yeah.
We got hell of that.
We got
I got a hard drive for that shit. I literally got a hard drive for that
That's
shit.
what that
Go
shit
back to
been
those
like.
beat folders, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
For sure.
as long as these little people dig that shit. We should be good for a while.
Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
Man, shoot, last words for parting words? I don't know, man. I'm just happy that people are realizing, like, you know, kind of like what Bless said, man, that there's actually decent music out here for your tastes, you know, for what you specifically looking for. That's not to take away from what anybody else is on. You know, I think it's really good that there's a distinction that's being made between this genre of I guess kind of pure slime, just pure, you know, filth, underground dope shit. And like now, there's a clear distinguishment between trap music and drill and just pop rap and all that stuff.
Everything
I'm glad
better.
it's staying that way. I'm glad it's going that way. And I'm glad that people are taking time to really support what they like. And I think as long as we keep doing that, we're going to be invincible, man. We all just got to keep on spreading the word about each other and what we know about and building our networks, man. And yeah, we're going to take over. We're going to get more money. Absolutely. Oh, and fuck Spotify and all other streaming services. You know how I'm rocking.
Fuck 'em, man.
Yes.
Get at me.
Beautiful.
Word. All right. Socials, all that good shit.
At Primo Jab. Just put the @ sign in front of Primo Jab or use this device called the Google and just type in Primo
Just
Jab.
type it in there.
And
It's
you'll
amazing.
find everything.
Primo space Jab.
Literally, if you're looking for me, go on the internet and type my name, Primo. That's Primo Jab, Jab. You type that in, you gonna find some shit. I promise you, man. Last I counted, it was 3 pages worth. It's pretty decent,
man.
What about you, Bless? Where we find your shit?
God Bless Beats, like God Bless BEATZ.
Yeah.
Z.
The Z is important.
This is hip hop.
That's the hip hop part, right? Used to be dollar signs,
right?
But that's I don't do no social thing. I just got Instagram. So
that's all you need.
Find them on Instagram. That's
you can see a lot of samples or whatever on Instagram. And,
cool.
Yeah, man. But
cool.
Right,
over appreciate y'all, man.
Oh, thank you,
man. Thank y'all for having us, man. Thank y'all for what y'all doing.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All right, Meeks.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
We back in it.
Yes, sir. Southern Vanguard Radio.
Twice a week.
Twice a week, Meeks. Twice a week, Doe.
Southern Vanguard Radio. We out.
We out. Peace.
Peace, y'all.